Nick Cannon has just announced he is expecting his 10th baby, and you will not believe the crazy secrets in his personal life behind this announcement. Nick might want to be remembered as a former teen star or even failed rapper, comedian, or talk show host. He's presented shows like America's Got Talent, but one of the big reasons he's gained his massive fame lately is his scandalous personal life. In just over 10 years, he's had 10 babies with 5 different women. Before settling down with Mariah Carey, Nick dated Kim Kardashian, Heidi Klum, and Amber Rose. Following a shock marriage after only a few months of dating in 2011, Mariah gave birth to twins. Nick's first and second children, Monroe and Morocco. In 2016, Nick and Mariah's fairy tale fell apart. After this, Nick and former Miss Guam Brittany Bell got together, giving him baby number 3, Golden Sagan, in 2017, and 4, Powerful Queen, in 2020. Now, my favorite names, babies 5 and 6, twins Zion Mixolydian and Zillian Hare, were born in 2021. Their mom is DJ Abby De La Rosa. In 2021, Nick's 7th child, a son with Alyssa Scott, was born, and baby Zen tragically passed away at 6 months old. And then, this July, he had baby number 8, Legendary Love, with model and soon-to-be Selling Sunset realtor Brie Tessie. Then, in the last 2 months, Abby and Brittany announced their 3rd pregnancies. Do you think they compete for who has the most of his kids? Because if they are, Abby might have won, as she recently hinted she could actually be pregnant with twins again, which would make Nick a father to not 10 but 11 children soon. The scandals in Nick's life go deeper than just his insane number of kids. I'd expect Nick to have nailed fatherhood with all his practice. In interviews, he and his baby mamas all boast about what an amazing dad he is. Brie Tessie has said that Nick makes time for every child. Nick has boasted in interviews that he is way more engaged than the average dad. But sources have revealed that Nick can be quick to forget his kids. When Mariah and Nick's twins were born, he was rumored to hardly see them, instead staying in hotels with his secret girlfriend, Brittany Daly. This wasn't the last time Nick ignored his kids. More recently, I've come across worrying information that Nick missed the first birth of his twins, Zion and Zillian. So, Nick might not be the best dad in the world. Why do his baby mamas keep coming back? We know he was disrespectful to Mariah. She admitted she had to hire bodyguards to ensure he stayed faithful. More recently, he said horrible things about the mothers of his children. Fans were outraged on social media when Andy Cohen asked who his favorite baby mama was. Nick answered, "My next one." Even worse, Nick angered viewers when he stated that 80% of women he'd met had bad feminine hygiene. The thing about this is that it implies that 4 out of the 5 baby mamas smell bad. Nick boasts about his close relationship with his baby moms, but Brie has recently made the shocking claim that she has to go through Nick's personal assistant to book an appointment for him to see the kids. And despite having kids with Abby, Brittany, Alyssa, and Brie, Nick just said in an interview that he still loved Mariah and would get back with her, causing many to speculate his wild ways are rooted in his guilt around the relationship. But why does Nick have so many kids with so many women? Nick used to cheat on Mariah. Now he says he doesn't believe in monogamy. So technically, he isn't cheating anymore. Also, he doesn't believe in using any kind of protection. He will only make love with the women he wants to have a baby with. Her therapist didn't diagnose him as being addicted to getting lucky, but she did say he was a love addict, a medically recognized form of addiction that can lead to unhealthy, excessive behavior. Most shockingly, although Nick is expecting to soon become a father of 10 or 11 in 2021, he reveals that he was planning to have 12. So, is it all one happy family? Maybe. Brie has said that she and all of Nick's baby mamas focus on their own family, but they support each other. Shockingly, on her OnlyFans, Abby revealed that she has become very close friends with another of Nick's baby moms. She won't spill who it is, but they hang out regularly. Out of all of his baby mamas, Abby seems to have the best sense of humor about their confusing situation, making a stab at Nick's ex Kim and saying the Kardashians should move over because Nick's Gen Z is taking over. One of the most insane lies behind Nick's many kids is that he told everyone many times that he was celibate. Last June, Nick welcomed 3 babies. Following this, he made a shock announcement on Entertainment Tonight. He was going celibate. No more babies on the cards. He said his therapist had advised him to take a break from having children. Whew! Then, tragedy followed with the heartbreaking death of baby Zen in December 2021. Nick announced this on his show, sobbing as he remembered holding Zen on his last day. Fans believe Nick's decision on celibacy made even more sense given his tragedy. But in a twist that shouldn't have surprised us all, just 4 weeks after Zen's tragic death, Nick announced he was expecting yet another baby. Baby A. On a podcast, he explained he had broken his celibacy due to deep depression around Zen's death. After this, Nick also shared his plans to get a vasectomy and even had a consultation. In fact, he was so committed to the vasectomy that he starred in a gin advert with Ryan Reynolds, making a cocktail called the Vasectomy. Despite this, at almost the exact time this advert dropped, news broke about Nick expecting baby 9 and now 10. Even I'm exhausted at this point. Lying about celibacy and vasectomy isn't Nick's only shocking behavior. Fans think Nick has a scary amount of control over these women, and they say the fact they keep coming back to him despite everything proves this. In fact, some people online suggest Nick is running a cult and brainwashing the mothers of his children. While there isn't much evidence for this, fans of his Wet n Wild podcast claim they have heard Nick being manipulative and gaslighting women. Fans even claim Nick has long-term plans for his many children. They think Nick wants to turn his kids into reality TV stars. And the most disturbing claim, some people think Nick, who has suffered various liver problems, is having children to provide himself with blood and organ donors. Yup, these theories are scary. But more real is the issue that Nick might not be able to afford this many kids. He is rich, but he isn't rich. One of the most shocking facts about Nick is that he might be having children with the same woman for financial reasons, since child support is cheaper with a woman you've already had a child with. Legal expert Goldie Schoen stated this while estimating Nick's child support payments, predicting he would pay $2.2 million a year for 7 children. Now he has nearly 10. I've calculated that these payments would go up to $3.2 million. This is scary, given that Nick is only thought to make $3 to $5 million a year, and the $3.2 million he's spending on child support doesn't include payments for education, nannies, and healthcare. It seems like Nick might be in financial trouble. His talk show was recently canceled after 6 months due to low ratings. Nick registered 6 trademarks in 2012. All of these are now out of use, but in the last 2 years, and his baby making has doubled, he's desperately registered 4 new trademarks, all with sinister names like Power of Darkness and Council Couture. Most shocking is that Nick does not have enough bedrooms for his 10 children in his 6-bed house. This tells me he is worried. Nick isn't a perfect dad to his many kids, but he wants to grow. In 2020, he graduated from Howard University with an MA in criminology, which I massively respect him for. This degree is impressive, but also another sign of his messy career. He's had loads of jobs, loads of different types of careers, but he's never really stuck at anything. For example, his charity, the Nick Cannon Foundation. It was founded in 2015. It's only filed its annual records twice in 7 years, and these 2 filings show him the president working 0 hours. I've seen him drift from career to career, and I'm also really concerned about the impact of social media on him. On Twitter, Nick regularly likes to meme tweets where people mock his lifestyle, his music, his talk show. Most concerning of all was a tweet Nick liked a few months ago, and a tweet saying he was not emotionally sound and that he needed help. Why was Nick liking that tweet? A cry for help? The general response to Nick has been jokes. Social media says Nick brings parental vitamins on a first date, or he jokes that he has to get up at 5:30 a.m. on Mother's Day to text all the women in his life. Generally, I'm getting skeptical of anyone with a massive number of kids, whether it's Alec Baldwin, Tristan Thompson, or Elon Musk, or the Duggars. There is something really worrying about each case, especially how fast they have these kids. Can you guys believe that Nick might be expecting not babies number 9 and 10, but maybe even 11 or even 12, and that he might not even be able to afford them? What would you do with this many kids? I wouldn't even have time to keep up this channel, that's for sure.